Imagine waking up one day and realizing you're in a body with no arms and no legs. But that wasn't something I woke up to. It was my reality from birth. I was born in Melbourne, Australia, 1982. A beautiful day, but not the one my parents had envisioned. They expected a healthy baby boy. Instead, they were met with silence in the delivery room. My mom, a nurse herself, was prepared for every medical outcome, except this one. My dad looked at me and walked out of the room. My mom couldn't bring herself to hold me for hours. It wasn't rejection, it was heartbreak. They were asking questions no parent ever dreams of. Will he walk? Will he ever live independently? Will he survive? No arms, no legs. A condition called tetraamelia syndrome. 1 in millions. No cause, no cure. I was different in a way that couldn't be ignored. As a child, I started to notice. Other kids could run, high five, draw, play catch. I couldn't. Some were kind. Others weren't. I got stares. I got silence. And sometimes cruel words. I remember once asking a kid if I could join their game. He looked at me and said, "You can't even hold the ball." That stuck with me, not because it hurt, though it did, but because it echoed what I believed deep down, that maybe I wasn't meant to belong. Look, I've been called a lot of things. One kid called me a thumb with a head. I laughed. What else could I do? You learn to find the humor or get lost in the hurt. But laughter didn't always fix it. There were nights I cried silently into my pillow, wondering, why me? Why like this? I didn't want to be inspirational. I just wanted to be normal. At 10 years old, I faced thoughts that no child should ever have to face. I felt invisible, and yet too visible at the same time. I wanted to disappear, not because I hated life, but because I didn't think I had a future. And yet something small, kept me here. A thought, a whisper. There's more. What no one tells you is that the hardest battles aren't the ones people can see. It's not learning to brush your teeth with your foot. It's not getting dressed in the morning. It's waking up and feeling like you don't matter. I didn't share my pain, not because I was brave, but because I was afraid. Afraid of being a burden. Afraid of confirming the fears my parents had. Afraid of being too broken to fix. But pain doesn't stay quiet forever. It leaks. It seeps through cracks. And eventually it screams. One night, I asked my parents a question no child should have to ask. Am I a mistake? They cried. I cried. But what my parents told me next became a seed of hope. You're not a mistake. You're a miracle we didn't understand yet. That word, miracle, planted something inside me. Not confidence, not certainty, but curiosity. I began to test life. Could I write? Yes, with my foot. Could I swim? Surprisingly, yes. Could I live on my own? Cook? Clean? Travel? Yes, yes, yes. It didn't come easy. It came through bruises, failures, frustration. But with every small victory, I started to feel something I'd never known before, pride. And it grew. At school, I gave a short speech on perseverance. A girl came up to me after, crying. She said, "You helped me feel like I can go on." That moment was my awakening. Maybe my story had power, not despite the pain, but because of it. I didn't have arms or legs, but I had a voice, and I decided to use it. I began speaking in classrooms, youth events, churches, sometimes 5 people, sometimes 50. No lights, no fame, just stories and honesty. I talked about fear, about failure, about almost giving up, and people listened, not because I was different, but because I was real. Someone once said, You're like Tony Robbins, but fun-sized. I'll take it. I started traveling. From schools to stadiums. From doubt to purpose. Each talk felt like a piece of my past being rewritten. My scars became stories. My pain became a platform. I realized my life wasn't just livable. It was purposeful, and it was only the beginning. I stopped trying to fit in and started creating a life that fit me. I've now spoken in front of millions, from CEOs to prisoners, from struggling teens to world leaders. I've stood on stages in over 70 countries, met people at the edge of giving up, and reminded them, you're still here. That means you still matter. I founded Life Without Limbs, a nonprofit dedicated to spreading hope. I've authored books in dozens of languages. I've coached people out of despair. And yes, I got married to a woman who didn't see my body first. She saw my heart. We have 4 kids now. And let me tell you, I've changed diapers with my teeth. That should earn me some kind of world record, right? Everything they said I couldn't do, I've done it. Swam, skydived, surfed, built companies, made friends all over the world, changed lives. But the biggest transformation wasn't external. It was internal. I stopped asking, why me? And started asking, what now? That's where power lives. In action, in response, in choice. You want confidence? Stop waiting to feel ready. Confidence doesn't come from ease. It comes from courage. You want freedom? Stop blaming circumstances. Start building discipline. You want wealth? Understand that wealth is peace, not possessions. True wealth is waking up and knowing you are enough. So what about you? Maybe you weren't born like me, but maybe you've been told your dreams are impossible. Maybe you're drowning in anxiety, self-doubt, or regret. Maybe your limitations aren't physical, but they're still heavy. Fear, shame, insecurity. They can become chains too. But I'm here to tell you, you are not your failure. You are not your trauma. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your doubts. You are more. You were built to rise, to lead, to speak, to transform. But first, you've got to believe it's possible. If a man with no arms and no legs can write books, surf waves, raise a family, build a business, and change lives, what's stopping you? Seriously, what is stopping you? Is it failure? Good. That means you're trying. Is it fear? Good. That means you care. Is it other people's opinions? Here's a secret. They're not watching as closely as you think. You want success? Then trade comfort for courage. Trade doubt for action. Trade someday for now. Because life doesn't wait. And neither should you. This is your wake-up call. Stop scrolling. Stop hiding. Stop shrinking. Get loud. Get real. Get in motion. Your mess can become your mission. Your scars can become your strength. Your life, right now, can become a story that changes the world. You were never meant to live small. You were meant to live on fire. So whatever your limb is, the thing you think disqualifies you from greatness, let it fuel you. No arms, no legs, no excuses, no limits, because you still have breath in your lungs, which means your story isn't over. Backhand index pointing right next up. Paralyzed but unstoppable. How one man rebuilt his life from nothing. Don't just be inspired. Be transformed. Click now. Your breakthrough starts there.